Hey, what's up guys? Today I'll show you a science fiction adventure film, GARM Wars, The Last Druid. Spoiler ahead, watch out and take care. On a blue planet named Annwn, there live GARMs. Originally, there are 8 tribes populated on that planet. One day their creator, a goddess named Annwn, disappears suddenly. Then, the balance was broken, and all the tribes fell into sudden chaos. They fought against each other in a never-ending war for supremacy. Because of that, the planet was devastated, and the atmosphere was severely destroyed, resulting in the extinction of many small tribes. The tribe druids, who worked to convey the words of Annwn's gods, were also wiped out from the planet. 3 tribes remain, the Briga, Comtac, and the Columba. The Columba dominates the sky with massive mechanized air forces. The Briga tribe lives on the ground, and rules in military superiority, thanks to their high-tech weapons. While the Comtac tribe is struggling near extinction, and forced to submit to the Briga by offering advanced information technology. To seek full control of the planet, the Columba and the Briga fight against each other in a decisive battle. Whoever wins will become the ruler of the planet. Kara 22 is the best pilot in the Columba. Someday, the Briga's frigate is found attacking a Comtac airship. The commander finds it very unusual, and orders to capture the airship. Kara 22 receives the order and chases it. During the battle, Briga's frigate fires tons of missiles at the airship. Kara 22 intercepts the missiles with her airship. The escape capsule ejects after the explosion. Luckily, the Columba rescue forces come to help in time. The Briga's frigate is destroyed at last. Because Kara 22 dies in the battle, her airship returns to the base automatically. The GARMs can become reborn through cloning, and transfer the memory to the new body. Kara 22 becomes Kara 23 after rebirth. Sometime later, the interrogators find out that in that airship were 3 passengers, a gula dog resembling a basset hound, a Comtac man named Wide, and the last of the missing druids. Considering that they might be related to the disappearance of the creator Annwn, the officers order Kara 23 to escort them to the interrogation chamber. Wide would like to thank Kara 23 for saving his life by letting Gula give her eternal blessing. But Kara leaves the cabin in advance when they reach the destination. Gula follows her, and goes to her sleeping hive. Seeing several Kara standing in front of him, Gula is not confused. He turns around, and leads Kara 23 out. During his interrogation, Wide tells the Columba people that he fled from the Briga people, because the Comtac are enslaved. However, he was sidelined by his people. Therefore he decides to help the Columba defeat the Briga. To show his sincerity, he also tells them that druids have strong power. As long as the Columba people grant access to the data center, he will show the druids' power to the Columba people. The officer is tempted, and approves his requirement. However, as his subordinate worried, as soon as he opens the access, the defense system is off. Wide takes the chance, and kills all the officers. Meanwhile, the Briga's strike force get on board secretly. The captain divides the soldiers into 3 groups. Group 1 goes to the hive and kills all the clones. Group 2 takes care of the airship hangar. The captain Skellig himself leading Group 3 to capture Wide and the druid. Because the data center is shared by all the Columba people, after the chamber is destroyed, the command center is also attacked. The captain of the warship is killed, before he could activate the defense system. The Briga's air forces and ground forces keep coming. Though the Columba's warship fights back, it is hit hard without a commander. As soon as Kara 23 realizes that Wide and the druid are captured, she chases after them in an airship. The Columba's warship falls to the ground after being hit several times. The warship is destroyed by the Briga's ground forces in the end. As the last survivor, Kara wants to hunt down Wide and the druid. But she is hit during the chase. The airship crashes, but Kara doesn't stop. She takes all the weapons and continues her chase on foot. Finally, she finds them on the beach. Kara wants to kill the enemy. However, she is no match for Skellig. Soon she is knocked down badly. Just when Skellig is about to kill Kara, Gula comes between them, trying to stop the killing. It's said that the GARMs can't kill the people who are blessed by Gula. Therefore Kara survives. Wide talks about the history of the GARMs while they are resting with Kara. He tells Kara that all the GARMs share the core memory, but they can't remember anything when they were born. All the technologies are not created by the GARMs, they just know how to use technology to run the world. As long as he can reach the source of the druids' knowledge and power, and have access to the central terminal, they will be able to find out who they are, and the reason why the creator Annwn disappeared. Hearing that, Kara decides to go there with Wide, and solve the mystery. Since Skellig can't kill Kara, who is blessed by Gula, he has to make a deal with Kara, that when they find out the answers, he will take Wide and the druid back to the command center. Then, Wyatt and his companions continue their journey to the land of the druids in a tank. They meet lots of difficulties during the journey. The GARMs need clones to prolong their life, even though they don't need to drink or eat. They need to inject mana, the life energy that sustains their lives. With the supplies getting less, Skellig gets worried. One night they are resting in a desert. Kara has a chat with Skellig. Kara says her view towards the world has changed since she received Gula's blessing. Only Gula has natural reproductive capacity. None of the GARMs remembers their childhood. They only know the present and the future since they are created. They don't have the past. They can only live through cloning. Kara begins to question the worth of the war, and is curious about the GARM's past. After a hard journey, a party finally arrives at the land of the druids, which represents the beginning and the end. While they are passing through a forest, unfortunately, the tank breaks down. Skellig has to stay behind it and repair it. As Wide, Kara, and the druid continue to find the destination, Skellig gives Kara the rest of mana, which moves Kara a lot. Without clones, if they die by accident, they will never be able to reborn again. Kara has to proceed with the utmost caution. During their exploration, Wide accidentally activates the druids' defense systems, and awakens giant robotic defenders, who charge at them immediately. Kara's weapon can't do any harm to the defenders. Thankfully, Skellig comes to the rescue with the tank. Kara gets a break from the fierce fight. With Wide's guidance, they manage to cut off the cable behind the defenders, and defeat them. However, more defenders come up from underground. Skellig's tank is also destroyed. In order to protect Kara, Skellig chooses to sacrifice himself. Thanks to that, massive explosion kills all the defenders. After waking up, Kara is sad over Skellig's death. The group finally arrives at the source of the druid's knowledge and power. While the druid is accessing the terminal, Wide is expecting his answer. To his surprise, the druid suddenly attacks him. It turns out that the druid is nothing but a shell taken by Annwn, who claims to be the messenger of the creator Annwn. She takes advantage of Wide's curiosity towards their origin, and leads him here, using him to access the terminal, and activate the giant defenders, who are sleeping underground. Because the Cumtax brain can access the GARM's core network, Annwn plans to use Wide to delete all the GARM's core memory. Luckily, Kara comes in time, and destroys her mechanical body. But Annwn has already taken up Wide's consciousness. Kara has no choice, but to nail Wide's body on the tree, and tries to get all the answers from her. Annwn doesn't seem to be annoyed, as she has got what she wants. She tells Kara all the truth. At very beginning, there was no life on the planet Annwn. The GARMs was created by some aliens. They shared all the knowledge and technology with the GARMs, and divided the GARMs into 8 tribes depending on their abilities. The GARMs soon wanted to take control of the world. The creators were disappointed and abandoned the GARMs. They also limit the GARMs' ability to create, so that the GARMs would never evolve into a higher civilization. The creators have begun an experiment on another nearest planet, in order to prevent the GARMs' interference to the experiment. The creators have decided to send Annwn to destroy the planet Annwn. Knowing all the truth, Kara kills Wide afterward. But Annwn has already transferred her consciousness to the terminal. Kara falls into a state of sorrow. In the final scene, a gigantic robotic army rise, and are ready to attack the creatures on the planet Annwn. Facing the intrusion, the remaining tribes finally abandon their endless war, to unite against the common enemy. They gather all their forces, preparing to defend against the robotic army's attacks. A new age of heavy warfare between the GARMs and Annwn on the planet Annwn has begun. This is Daniel CC Movie Channel. Peace out.